Good morning, everyone. This morning's message is for who it is for. Now, on your screen, it reads, and I quote, "Love alone isn't enough when growth isn't mutual." End quote. Now, in 1992, the songwriter Patti Smythe penned one of the most powerful songs of the 90s. She stated in that song, "Sometime love just ain't enough." And with that said, there's a quiet, almost invisible grief that doesn't get talked about enough. The one that comes from realizing someone you cared deeply for just won't change. Not because you didn't try, not because you didn't love them hard or soft or true or even long enough, but more so because they simply weren't ready or willing to meet themselves where it matters most. You see, my friends, it's not a grief of breakup or shared memories, but more so, it's one of those ache of unrealized potential, of watching someone you saw so much light in stay dimmed by their own fear, by their own patterns and refusal to grow. It's mourning the future that could have been had they only chosen to evolve. And that kind of grief, my friends, is even harder to explain because nothing necessarily happened. There was no explosive moment, no betrayal to point at. Just the quiet erosion of hope, the slow fade of possibility, the painful acceptance that love alone isn't enough when growth isn't mutual. So, my friends, you didn't fail them. You didn't fall short. You saw them clearly and you held space for who they could have become. But we can't carry people across thresholds they are not willing to approach. We can't drag someone into their healing or force them to face themselves. So, guess what we have to do? You let go, not with anger, but with reverence. Reverence for what you gave, reverence for what you saw, reverence for what it could have been. So, in closing, my friends, choose peace over potential. It's sad, but it's an act of self love. And sometimes the deepest maturity is knowing when it's time to stop trying to inspire change in someone who won't even look in the mirror and inspire change in themselves. Hence, that songwriter penned that beautiful song that says, "Sometimes love just ain't enough." Yeah, man. A word to the wise.